I can do, sir, please. Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please. I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you, please. Please. Please.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So, no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know? I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Today's video takes us to the great state of Alaska, where we find AssElmo once again denied the right to film in a courthouse. By my count, this is the third time in Alaska he's been kicked out of a courthouse. Oh, dearie me. I wonder if he might try Hawaii next. Might as well. At any rate, let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy!
Auditing America. We're in the state of Alaska, and we're at the courthouse. We're going to do a First Amendment audit. We're going to see if they respect our First Amendment right to video record in a public building.
So if I can just come copy it, and I will copy it here, but well, normally I can send this, but when it's multiple volumes, sometimes they'll say like it's going to take a week or more. And since court is coming up, that's why I was like, well, it'd be probably easier for me to just do it because they're not going to wait a week, you know. And so when you guys get backed up on these, usually, so.
This is the court policy.
Because I had one of neighbors that's 3 volumes like this, and they
Would
were
you
like,
ask that you stop now?
because they got to take the staples out.
Why don't they? Okay, but why don't they?
Don't need any of the
All right,
staples
so
taken.
We're not
don't need any of those pages.
you're not explaining. Why are you being rude over a camera?
Because I've asked you to stop. And if you're not in compliance, we will call judicial services.
Okay, so what law am I breaking?
Well now, Sonny boy, the law you're breaking is public indecency. Just look at that face. What's wrong with those teeth, man? Looks like you're ready to eat somebody.
This will explain it.
Okay.
And we need you to leave.
You need us to leave.
We need you to stop filming, or we need you to leave.
I'll go ahead and speak to somebody else. Thanks. Wow. Unreal. Here we go with the judge's orders. The king of the building, huh? The king of the building doesn't want people to film here. This is one of those. Look at this. Look how big it is. About the use of cameras. You know, when they do this, you already know. You already know that cops are not protecting the Constitution. They're not standing up for what they truly took an oath to.
I like when frauditors mention the oath, because if you read these first couple lines here, it says, I do solemnly swear I will defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And you, AssElmo, are a domestic terrorist with that camera. You use that camera as a weapon.
This is a clerk's office in Alaska where people have no right, no freedom of the press. No freedom of the press. How terrible is this? Terrible. Hopefully the police shows up. We're gonna talk to them. How's it going? Can I have your name and badge number, please?
What's going on?
I believe our rights have been violated here. Can you tell me your name and your badge number so I know who I'm speaking with?
Sergeant Long, 561.
What's going on at this courthouse, brother? I go to courthouses all over the country, and yes, there's no filming inside the courtroom. What's up with the order that the judge is giving here, trampling all over the First Amendment on common areas?
AssElmo, I know this is a stretch for you, but find a real job, because this one's not working out so well for you. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that face. Oh, I can't look at it for too long. Let's continue.
We have the right to come here and work on stories. What's going on with all this paperwork?
Yes, you have to have a court permission. You can get the court permission to do it. You can't
Why is the courts doing that though? Since when? We have the First Amendment in all courtrooms all over the country. We have news people that walk in common areas. As long as they're not interfering with the operations of the courthouse, we have the right to be here. This is just tyranny all over, and the judge has no authority to make up rules.
Hey, Mr. Lawler. How you doing? Good. How are you?
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Shake your hand. You know who I am, right?
Who are you, brother?
Here's now Alaska.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's going on, brother? What are you doing here today?
Same thing you're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? What's going? Maybe you're from here, so maybe, and we have thousands watching right now.
The paperwork from the other day.
Yeah.
Maybe
as long as you don't go inside unless you have court permission. That's all we ask.
Why do we need permission? That's the whole point.
That's
News Now Alaska says, "You know who I am, right?" And AssElmo replies, "No, who are you? Who are you?" Yeah, well, he's got a prerequisite for being a frauditor. How many teeth is he missing there? 2 in the front, 1 off to the side. Yeah, that's a prerequisite for being a frauditor. I wonder, AssElmo doesn't seem to have any teeth. Maybe he's got some dentures in there. I don't know.
Something you'd have to ask the court.
Well, sir, that's something I'm asking you. You're the one that's enforcing the laws.
Exactly, yeah.
And you're the one that took an oath to protect this. The judge has no authority but to enforce laws, and that's why we have Congress and senators and people that make laws. He has no authority of controlling our constitutionally protected rights in a public building, sir. So you as a sergeant, Sergeant Long, I know that you became a police officer for the right reasons, and it was to uphold the Constitution and keep Alaska safe. This is not keeping it safe. We have a 4th Amendment violation right here in the entrance. People already got to let everything go. The First Amendment, out of the window. Second Amendment, out of the window. Do you know what the Third Amendment is, sir?
14th Amendment.
There goes Karen again with that Third Amendment nonsense. You know what? When he starts talking about the Third Amendment, it's time to stop the video. But nothing else happens. He stands there and talks to the sergeant for another minute or two. Then he has a long conversation with News Now Alaska. But I bet you one thing, they don't go back into the courthouse because there's no filming in the courthouse. Now that's the 3rd courthouse he's been kicked out of in Alaska. Doesn't look like it was a very fruitful trip to Alaska. Have you ever been to Hawaii? I don't know if they'd like you too much in Hawaii. Well, at any rate, if you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel like Karen here, I mean AssElmo, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by, fellas. I know neither one of you can get a job, so I won't even ask you to try. Cheers to that.
I've actually studied English, and I have over a 400 level education in English. I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Take a swing. Take a swing.
What is the reason for calling the officers here?
No reason. I'm really unhappy that somebody did this to me.
We'll arrest you for trespassing in a minute.
On public property?
Yeah. We're asking you to leave and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
She's right in my face, guys. You can't come up and touch me like that.
You don't have permission to film me in any space.
I don't need permission to record you in public, man.
Actually,
no, that's the law.
Oh, is that like a law?
Against the law.
Oh, what law is that? Funny, because I've never heard about that. I pay for that uniform, I pay for that car, I'm the taxpayer, right? You work for me, right? You're just a little guy. You're just a little guy. You work for me. You are a public servant. You are a public servant. You work for me.